What's up, family? How you guys doing today? Do you guys remember the unboxing I did on the AX4? Well, today we'll be looking at its bigger brother, the AX8. Let's get this done. Alright, so first things first, let's get rid of all this plastic shenanigans we got going on here. So this guy is the bigger brother to the previous unboxing that I did on the AX4, which I'll have a link somewhere here. So there's differences between this guy and the other guy, which mainly would be the amount of connectivity and the range. The AX4 is more for a smaller house, say about 1,000 square foot. This one is for more bigger homes, about 2,000, 3,000 square feet. So you have better coverage with this router. So let's go over some of the specs. This router will have a better performance than the old AC routers, up to 4 times better, and you have 8 streams, so you have more devices connected. Especially with their OFDMA technology, it will allow for simultaneous uplinks and downlinks, so you can have even more devices connected more efficiently. You have up to 4 streams connected at one time. That'll free up a lot of space on the router. The router supports faster channels. The older technology supports 80 MHz. The router supports 160 MHz, which is double the speed. The router has a quad-core processor running at 1.8 GHz, so that will allow for ample of processing power. And you have 6 gigabit Ethernet ports. 1 is your connection from the ISP, and 5 for your devices, and they're all gigabit ports. What's great about the router is you can set up an aggregate. What an aggregate is you can use 2 of the ports as 1 port, which doubles your bandwidth. So if you have a faster ISP, let's say up to 2 gigabits, that doubles your bandwidth, you're allowed to use all that speed by using this router. But by quarantine due to COVID, we are more reliant on our routers and our internet connection. We need speed and we need stability. And I believe this router provides speed, stability, and the range, so you can work from almost anywhere at home without worrying that your internet connection will cut off or become unstable. Another great thing about this router is the ease of use of it. You can set it up either way by using the Nighthawk app on your phone, or you can just connect to it directly from your computer via the browser, and it has very easy setup. You just connect the app and it automatically pops up whether you want to set up a new device, and you just go through the wizard. So let's go over some of the technical specs. So this router supports the all-new Wi-Fi 6, the 802.11ax, and it's also backward compatible with all the older, your AB, G, and AC standards. It's a dual band router with a 2.4 GHz connection with up to 920 megabit speed, and a 5 GHz connection, which is up to 4.8 gigabit speed. So you can have a very large bandwidth to support multiple devices. So the difference between a 2.4 gigahertz connection and 5 gigahertz connection is the 2.4 gigahertz is a very crowded channel. You have everything from your remotes to your phones to your microwave. Everything is running on 2.4 gigahertz. So if you're in a place where you have a lot of routers, let's say in an apartment, and you have a whole bunch of people all around you with their routers, and everybody's running at 2.4 gigahertz, it crowds the space. So having the 5 gigahertz opens up a lot more bandwidth, a lot more stability, and this router allows both. And you have the speed on both channels to enjoy gigabit internet. Improved capacity and efficiency for your uplinks and downlinks with their OFDMA. It has the more updated QAM at 1024 instead of the old 256, which it allows for data efficiency and faster speeds. It has a 64-bit quad-core processor running at 1.8 gigahertz. It supports 160 megahertz channels, which is running on your 5 gigahertz channel. And it has additional DFS channels for an interface-free experience. With their MIMO technology, you're allowed multiple uplinks and downlinks, which allows for simultaneous device usage, which makes each channel more efficient. And you have the 6 gigabit ports. It has a whole bunch of securities on here. You can put a VPN, it has automated firmware updates, and the router does an encryption, a 128-bit AES encryption. And of course, it supports all the Windowses and Macs. Let's open this up. Alright, so what are we greeted with? We have our quick starter guide, the lovely router, a power brick, literally a brick, and an Ethernet cable. Alright, so we just have here a reminder to update the firmware. Always update the firmware. With updated firmwares, you get updated securities, and if there's any bugs or glitches in the router, they tend to address them. So always update the firmware. And here we have a quick starter guide. It tells you what's the package contents and everything, and to use the app to do the setup. Of course, you can always do it the old-fashioned way by logging into the router and setting up the router that way. I prefer doing that, but it's just me. Alright, the main attraction. This tape. Over here it tells you how to set up the antennas, which are just these two flaps over here. You just open it up, push down, and you have a spaceship. Now, other routers, you normally would have antennas in the back sticking up, and then you'd have to set them up in different ways to get the best Wi-Fi signal coming out from the router. Netgear took that need away by pre-setting it up in here, so you should have the best signal coming out of this router. Let's take these off. Of course, these block the signal, so you gotta take them off. So, on the router itself, there's a QR code, which one this here I took off. It's basically when the app tells you, you just scan it in, it automatically connects. So let's go over the router itself. Over here we have the two antennas that are easy to set up. That just comes up, folds up, comes in. In the back here, we have our Wi-Fi button, which turn on and turn off your Wi-Fi, and your WPS, so you can just set up single-click access for all your other devices whenever they ask for the password. In the back, we have our power port. We have our on-off switch, where the internet connects, the first gigabit Ethernet port. The 5 other, these two over here, you can use as aggregate. And if you're using this as aggregate for your ISP, you don't use that anymore. You can just use those two. You have 2 USB 3.0 ports. So if you have a huge hard drive, you can just plug it into here. And you can set up backups from all your computers. Yeah, so you don't really have to have an expensive NAS. You can just buy a cheap starter hard drive, connect it to here, and you'll have a backup source for all your files. Or you can connect a printer here. If you have one of the older printers without Wi-Fi support, you just connect it to here, and now you have a network printer. Over here we have our on-off switch for the LEDs. So if this is in your bedroom, you can just turn off all the LEDs so the light does not bother you. And there's a reset pinhole over here where if the router starts acting up and you can't log in, and you just have to reset it so you can have internet connection. You just reset over here, and then you just go through the setup again. On the back, we have information about the router, how to log in, the password, and we have 2 wall mount points. So if you want to mount it to the wall, you have the ability to back here. And there are sticky rubber grommets at the bottom, so when you put it on a table, it don't really move anywhere. I'm not gonna lie, this looks cool. Alright guys, overall I think this is a great router. It has the range that you need, it has the speed that you need, and it has the processing power to handle all your devices. If you guys enjoyed this video, smash that like button, smash the subscribe button for more videos, put a comment in the comment below, leave a suggestion, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.